Hello everyone, my name is Jonathan Winder and this is my ePortfolio highlight video which is highlighting everything that I have done in my practicum experience at Fort Hays State University. The first portion of the ePortfolio is the candidate info contents, and we are going to dive right into my artifact folder. The artifact folder basically holds all of the important contents, all of the artifacts that are linked to the activities that I completed, various coursework, and then other important items as well. Now we're going to take a look at the completion timeline video. This was a video that had timelines about my 15 years in education, kind of everywhere I've been. I've really only been at one school. So basically kind of what I've done year by year in that role. And then it also has a timeline of my time here at Fort Hays State University. Next, we're going to take a look at my personal goals video. This has a lot about my background. It has a lot of about my goals in education that I still have, where I see myself in the next 5 years, 10 years, and 15 years. So it was a cool little video to put together and kind of help organize where I may see myself or organize my future in a way and kind of set some goals there. Now, as far as all the assignments in this portion, I feel like my leadership philosophy was probably the most fun for me, the most rewarding for me. Um, I really enjoyed writing it. Um, to me, leadership is the ability to get those around you to trust you, believe in your vision, and be willing to follow you as you serve and support them. Um, I've been very fortunate over, in my lifetime. First of all, I was raised by two wonderful, loving Christian parents who raised me to serve others and help others, and that's um, kind of what I hang my hat on. Um, I've also had lots of great mentors in my time in education, starting all the way back in my undergrad student teaching experience, and then many great administrators over the last 15 years as a K through 5 physical education teacher who have all taught me something. They've all, poured into me and helped me, and I've taken something from each of them that I carry with me today. And then I feel like I have two main leadership styles. Um, One of them being a servant leader. I feel like that's kind of, like I said earlier, that's kind of how I was raised. That's kind of who I am, and I enjoy doing that. I enjoy helping others. And then I have some attributes of a transformational leader. I'm very passionate about helping others, motivating others, and I feel like, that's something I do in my job now. This is my plan of study. Basically, tells when I took each class here at Fort Hays State University. Kind of a cool little chart and way to keep that organized. Here's my updated resume, all ready to go when I believe the best opportunity comes along for me. Most likely see myself being a K5 building leader, so that's kind of how I have it geared here. I've been in a K5 physical education role for, like I said, 15 years, so I kind of feel like that's where I'm probably best served. Although I wouldn't rule out, um, maybe a secondary option as well. Now we're going to take a look at the activity portion, starting with the annotated bibliography. If I'm being real honest, this was a very tough assignment, but at the same time, it was a very rewarding assignment. I feel like I learned a ton. One of the main things that I learned is I had to be great with my time management, and I feel like this was one of the main assignments that made me better at time management. I had to kind of map out a plan of how I was going to get this done by the due date, and it worked out. And I'm thankful and I'm grateful for the assignment. I felt like it taught me a lot, and there are a lot of things that I could pull from it later in my future. Here's my activity log spreadsheet. When I entered things into Google Form, all of my activities, it kind of organizes them and keeps them nice and orderly and neat. Next is the activity component tracker. This was a cool tool that I used. It helped me keep everything separated. It helped me see what components I hadn't hit yet. It helped me kind of keep, like I said, keep the district, elementary, and secondary separate. And it's something that I felt like was a good tool, like I said. Next is my district level activity slideshow. Share a couple highlights here. Talked about our mission and vision statement at our school. I kind of evaluated those and kind of saw where they were at. Very good assignment there. And then probably one of the things that I enjoyed most in the district level was putting together a district assessment calendar for our district. Um, I really learned a lot about all of the testing that goes on in our district, and it was really, like I said, it was a great informational thing for me. Being a physical education teacher, I am not um, doing all of the testing that our classroom teachers are doing. So it was just a great thing for me to put together. I believe it's a great tool. One of my administrators really liked it. I could see her using that. So that was probably the best district level activity that I felt like, um, you know, I had a hand in and I got to help out with. Now we're going to take a look at my elementary level slideshow, and this was my big one. As I mentioned earlier, I could see myself being in an elementary principal role in my future. Um, so lots of stuff I did was geared towards elementary, but at the same time, being in a small school, I felt like a lot of things could be geared towards our whole district as well. So a few of my highlights here: integrating ethics into decision-making processes. Anything involving, a high standard of ethics is intriguing to me. I That's one thing I really hang my hat on. And when I become a building leader, that will be very important to me. Just making the right decision, making the ethical decision, making the smart decision, just basically doing what's right all the time. This exercise or activity, I should say, was done with our DCEC administrator. She shared ways that we could refer students who needed services and needed support. So that was a cool little activity that we did. This was a fun exercise that we did about admission tickets and gate procedures. I thought that was really cool. So basically, any teacher in our building, this was something that I put together in one of our classes that kind of gives them the rundown of how to handle that gate position at our school and what they do with their money box, what they do, what time they arrive, all kinds of things. So that was a cool little thing that I can hang up in a workroom and people can refer to. Okay, now we're going to take a look at my secondary level slideshow. This assignment was about our community demographic. I thought that was a really good assignment. It interested me. Um, I think understanding your community demographic is very important. So, using any data and research that you can to learn more about your community so that you can serve your community better is a good thing, in my opinion. Once again, modeling ethical behavior. Um, Again, very important to me. I feel like that's something that I do every day. My goal is to model that behavior not only for students but for staff as well. So, something that is very important to me and will be in my future as a building leader. This activity is one that I've been taking part in this year. We have a new teacher in in our high school, and I have been his mentor. And throughout the year, he and I have met, we've collaborated. I've tried to be a great resource for him, I've tried to support him. Um, so, this has been a fun and rewarding thing for me, kind of taking a young fellow PE teacher under my wing and trying to help mold him and help him in any area that he may need. So, this is a fun activity that I've been taking part in this year. This is another activity, a big activity that I've had several years of. I've had several administrators who have trusted me to have supervision duties at basketball games. Um, Obviously, meeting with officials, helping teams to their locker rooms, taking care of the money boxes, taking care of crowd control, um, coach and fan ejections at times. Yes, that has happened. Um, so just the fact that my administrators trusted me enough to be in this role was, I felt like really cool. I learned a lot from this experience, believe it or not. Um, and it's something that I think will serve me well as I go on to be a building leader in the future. Here's my administrator's verification documents from two of my administrators. Here's my Eportfolio program reflection. Very interesting assignment. I thought I learned a lot from it. It was very good to reflect on my time here at Fort Hays State University and everything that I've learned. And then here is the next thing would be my ePortfolio highlight video, which I'm currently doing now. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you to Fort Hays State University and all of my instructors. I've really enjoyed my time here, and I think that it has definitely prepared me for my future as a building leader. Take care.